My girlfriend, 27 female, cares a lot about her birthday. I, 25 male, care significantly less about my birthday. However, she put zero effort into mine, and I can't stop feeling sad about it. Do I tell her it made me sad? Or just accept that she doesn't GAF about me and end things? We've been together for 2 years and have lived together for a year and a half. I have never been a huge fan of my birthday because it's always felt like it's the only day my family seems to care about me, and it never has felt sincere. But that's a whole different issue that doesn't matter. My girlfriend is the opposite. She has always loved her birthday and loves to feel special on her birthday. I have gone all out on her birthdays and have planned several days of celebrations both years. Usually a day for me to take her to a bunch of places for a date day, where I give her a bunch of gifts and we go out to nice places. And then I plan a day where she has a party with all her friends, and also a day where she has a party with her family. Of note, I absolutely despise coordinating/scheduling things. It's quite literally the bane of my existence. But I have managed to power through it for 2 years because I care so much about her feeling special, and she has told me she's had the best birthdays she's ever had the past 2 years. I'm talking like months of coordinating for her birthdays. My birthday this year was Sunday, February 1st, and I took my parents to church and then went home to my GF, and we literally just sat on the couch all day and did nothing. A couple weeks before my birthday, she asked what I wanted, and because I didn't want her to spend a lot on me, I said I wanted a couple 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi antennas, $2.50 per each, or a 4-pin 1.3-inch display, $6.99, for one of my projects. On the day of my birthday, she said she was too broke to get me anything, but then DoorDashed 2 cases of Dr. Pepper to our house like an hour later because she wanted some while she watched some NBA games and did her online college homework LOL. She's incredibly creative and artsy, and has so much craft supplies at the house. I feel like she could have easily spent 30 minutes making literally anything, but she didn't. She didn't even ask if there was anything I'd prefer to watch on TV faced with tears of joy. We literally did nothing all day until around 9 p.m. when I asked, "What are we going to do for dinner?" And she said, we don't have any groceries, and I just went to bed LOL. I don't really know how to put my feelings into words other than just saying I feel so sad, like I'm not worth any effort or time, and I can't stop thinking about it. It feels like I love and care so incredibly much about her and making her feel loved and cared about, and she physically couldn't care less about how I feel. Is this worth trying to talk through? Call her out on it. This is totally worth discussing. You are just as important in your relationship as she is. Is it possible you've expressed your dislike of birthdays to her, and she thinks you don't actually want her to do anything? WTH. Even if you don't care for birthdays, a quiet birthday dinner and homemade card would show respect, and she cared. I don't think she cares, unfortunately. Confused face. 24M23F. Had my girlfriend listened to a call because she didn't believe me. A couple nights ago, my girlfriend and I were in the middle of a conversation/argument. During it, she got off the phone with her brother, who she had called to vent about what we were discussing. For context, I've always felt my girlfriend and her brother don't have the healthiest emotional dynamic. There's a typical older sister/younger brother thing going on, and he tends to be closed off and indirect. At family gatherings he's distant, and I've noticed he often doesn't fully express how he actually feels. When she told me what her brother said, I told her I didn't think he was telling the full story, and that with him, you often have to read between the lines, tone, phrasing, what's left unsaid. She immediately got frustrated and said I was trying to prove a point again, and that I was invalidating what her brother had literally just told her. She then said, "You can call him if you want." At first, I said it probably wouldn't change anything because he isn't very emotionally in tune. But after some back and forth, I agreed to call him, with her listening to the conversation. To be clear, she wasn't secretly listening or anything like that. She was on my laptop next to me while I called him on my phone and listened the whole time. During the call, her brother actually opened up more to me and added a lot of context and detail that he hadn't shared with her. In that moment, my girlfriend acknowledged that I was right and that he had been holding things back. A day or two later, though, she told me she didn't like how I handled it. She said it was unnecessary and felt like I had her listen in just to prove my point. That's where I got confused. I explained that my intention wasn't to prove anything. It was to help her see what I was seeing and, honestly, to feel believed and trusted. My biggest question to her was, how was it unnecessary if she didn't believe me in the first place? If I hadn't done that, what was the alternative? I even asked her afterward. If I had talked to your brother one-on-one and then told you what he said, would you believe me? She said no. So I asked, then how would you want me to go about this in a way that doesn't feel like I'm proving a point, but still allows you to trust what I'm saying? Her answer was basically, I don't know, maybe we'd have to agree to disagree. That's where I'm stuck. I don't understand how I'm supposed to agree to disagree when it feels like my intentions or character are being questioned, like I'm being accused of trying to prove something when I genuinely felt I was trying to communicate and be understood. I'm not trying to win arguments. I'm trying to be trusted. But now I'm wondering if I handled this wrong, or if there's a deeper issue around trust and communication here. Am I missing something? Was there a better way to handle this that I'm not seeing? She is angry, you are right. You should have been wrong. She should be right. Welcome to Shitty Mind Games 101. Even her own brother doesn't tell her everything because she's a difficult person to open up to. That tells me everything needed to be said. You have to ask yourself if you are fine with dating an emotionally immature person. I actually don't really think this is about your relationship. I think your girlfriend has just realized she's not as close with her brother as she thought. That's upsetting to her, and she's misdirecting those feelings onto you. Getting scared of my boyfriend. Me, female 18F. Boyfriend, M23. Dated for a month. Hi, I'm a female 18 years old, and I'm Wazian, and my boyfriend is Dutch, who is 23 years old. We've been together for really short time, only 3 weeks, and things were pretty fine for me till he started to treat me differently. Before I talk about how things changed, I will mention about our CX. He is exactly 200 centimeters tall and pretty fit, and I'm 155 centimeters tall and skinny. So of course I feel like I'm really small next to him. I liked the difference in a positive way before it happened. What happened was started on last week. As usual, I was in his house and we were flirting to each other. And then he suddenly said, you like me 'cause I'm bigger and stronger. For a split second I was slightly caught off guard by his unexpected words, but I tried to hype him up and said, yes. But then the more we meet, he started to act even more strange in such way. After that day we met again in his house, and I got drunk. I was giggling and talking to him little, and then I slapped his shoulder lightly as a sign of joke. But then he took my wrist in his hand and started to tighten the grip around it. I struggled to move my wrist away, but he was holding it really tight and continued to use his strength on it. He then said, see? You can't hit me or anything. You are so weak. See? That continued for at least over 5 minutes. And the next day, I was laying in bed with him, but I was getting exhausted from his kisses because he was kissing me too much. So I jokingly put my hand on his lips to make him stop, but then he took my wrist away again and didn't let me pull away like the day before it. And then he continued to kiss me while he was restraining me by his strength. Now I feel scared of meeting him. Every time that happened I was aware of how already I am in his house, and he is way bigger and stronger, that if he decides to keep his act up he can just force me to most things. Now I'm scared. But I just want to know if this is common, or also if this is not something too bad, and I might be overreacting. I need some advices for this. Don't meet someone you're scared of. Your brain is trying to warn you that he's dangerous. Run before it ends up badly. He's already showing red flags, and who know how many he's hiding. This is only going to get worse. Get away from him now while you still can. Me F/41, my husband M/38. I just found out he has been cheating. I need some support, a lot of it please. We've been together for over 10 years, have 2 young children together, and got married almost 3 years ago. COVID and our second baby push our wedding date. Here is a short backstory. For years he's been struggling with alcohol, and I've coped with it. It has created distance between us on-off for most of our relationship. I never felt it was a deal breaker. His drinking wasn't always messy night outs. Or him coming home and being unable to get up with the kids was the worst. Otherwise, he would/does drink daily but functions. I sought out therapy to help me deal with the anger and heard around how his alcohol has hurt me. He either never understood the gravity of it or doesn't want to. I really don't know. Anyways, this summer we got new neighbors, who also happened to be big drinkers. My flags were up. Come September, I said I wanted space from them. I didn't want to always go over the kids, etc. I said they drink too much, which makes him drink too much, etc. It sort of got better, then got worse. He just continued to go over, with our kids, to watch a game, have a drink, etc. Early December, I caught him messaging the wife, asked him about it, and he says he doesn't remember doing it and wouldn't give me his phone. I know, red flag, so we struggled for a bit after that. Christmas came and went, he would go still, usually with the kids. I would explain I didn't care to go, I didn't want to go, still he went. So this weekend he goes after the kids are in bed, after I said I'd rather him stay. He left. 2 hours later I am freaking out, because my intuition is telling me this is wrong. I walk outside and call him to come home. He's walking towards me, stumbling, so drunk he can't look at my face, he's looking right through me. We go home, he's on his phone, and there is a message from the wife. I grabbed it and lost my shit. Hit him, yelled etc. I ran to the neighbor's house and told them both that I thought / know something is going on. I stayed for like 5 minutes and left. My husband is so out of it he didn't remember me even leaving the house. He admits a bit, but then stumbles into drunkenness and can't hold a conversation. The next morning, somehow I survived, we talked for under an hour, and he admitted he had been cheating on me. Now I am trying to deal with every awful emotion that hits me, while staying present with my 2 kids. It's been 3 days, I am exhausted. He's with the kids this evening. I'm sitting in a restaurant bawling my eyes out and need support. We chatted a bit before the kids were home. He tells me he had / his feelings for her, that they've even talked since it all blew up. I am incredibly hurt and sick to my stomach. How do we heal from this? All the pain, hurt, feelings of loss and betrayal. I need guidance, strength, similar stories shared. Thank you. Talk to your support circle, your family and friends. Ultimately, you need to start the divorce process. Start looking at lawyers. What's the husband of the woman next door going through in all this? Do you not have friends and family that know you to help you through this?